Hey guys, Max here, going on another hike. Today is July 20th, and I'm in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, doing a 25-mile loop out of Deep Creek. So, oh yeah, and it's gonna take about 2 nights, 3 days is what I'm gonna do it in. And so yeah, started in Deep Creek. I'm coming up this Tom's Branch road, which I didn't even realize actually at first that this was there's a little bit of road walking, but it's about a mile. And then finally I'll kind of get up to, I guess it would be, I'm going to I'm gonna camp tonight at Newton Bald, which is 52. And that's kind of up below Clingman's Dome kind of area, but not quite. And then I'm gonna come down and stay in 46. And then on the third day, go back to the car at Deep Creek Gap. This looks like a destroying angel, maybe? It's been a while since I started my mushrooms, but has this, which, God, I forget what it's called. It protects the mushroom as it's emerging from this. This is what it's like on the ground before it emerges. This comes up first, and then it breaks through there, this cap here, and it's called the veil. It says veil is attached to the top of the mushroom still. And yeah, if this is a destroying angel, this is actually one of the most toxic mushrooms in the world to ingest. It's not toxic to touch or get on your skin, it's only if you eat it. You hear that? Sounds like it's starting to rain. Clouds have been rolling in. Oh, just felt the first raindrop. The clouds have been rolling in for the last hour. It's getting darker and darker. Weather said that there would be rain today until like 5. And it kept getting growing back. Like it's supposed to rain like all day and all night. But now I think this might just be a scattered little storm. So yeah, hopefully I won't even put on the raincoat because it's still pretty warm out, probably about 75. Going straight uphill. Hey, bear, bear, bear. I'm here. I'm a human. Ooh, damn, guys. I just saw a bear. First time in 2 or 3 years. Yeah, it was, I probably got about 70 feet, 50 feet from it. He or she was come down this trail right here, just kind of moseying along. And we both saw each other at the exact same time. So it's a very common thing in all my bear experiences is that they are, I'm still looking around. I don't think it was a juvenile, but it wasn't the biggest bear, which most of them to me from a distance don't look too big, but I'm also kind of far away. But as soon as you see each other, we're generally about the same kind of awareness, at least at the times I've seen them. They instantly turn around and run. so I don't really feel threatened. If it was a cub or mama bear and cub, I would be backtracking and give it maybe an hour to cool down, because that's like really the circumstance that gets dangerous very, very fast, is when there's mama bear and cubs. So yeah, it's super exciting. I was literally just about to say, I had a sense that something was watching me, and I get it frequently, and it probably is true, but I don't see them. But yeah, soon after that, I saw a black bear. Holy crap, guys. I just saw my first wild boar. I've never, ever, ever in my time outside seen a wild hog. And I just saw one, and he was freaking huge. I just knocked my toe on a stump, and I was cursing to myself. And it always happens, I'm just in la la land. I wish I could be more observant so I could get on film, but he was sitting right over here, about 30 feet off the trail. So I'm just over here, you know, hurting from all this hiking, and I hear this loudest just grunt. It was so guttural. I mean, this thing sounded like it weighed, I mean, it looked huge. It looked like several hundred pounds. And it scared me. I was looking down, I heard, "Whoom!" And it was just like shook me. And I looked up and I saw it, and I was just yelled. I almost like barked. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty startled. Bears don't really make noises like that. I mean, at least in my experience. I got really close to this guy, and I can't believe he didn't see me from closer. I've never seen a wild boar ever. So, holy crap. So I'm super happy right now. Oh yeah, here we go. Campsite, finally. Looks okay so far. Let's see. So that's a nice flat site down there. And it looks like I can see the sun. That's a nice change. Another trail up there. So, a little fire ring. And bear cable should be around here somewhere. Maybe up that trail. But, very nice. I am pretty excited, and I got here in time for golden hour, so it's great to see some direct sunlight, not through the clouds. That looks like a great spot right there. Oh, there's the bear lines. Wow. That is kind of close to the campsite. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you ask me. That should really be, I would think, 200 feet from the closest tent site would be smarter, I think. But, oh well. Hopefully the bears know that whatever's in the tree, if they see something in the tree, it's just they're not getting anything, period. So, but yeah, okay, well, I'm here, and today's total is 10.74 on the GPS. So let's get this tent set up and get things rocking. Hey guys, so I'm here on the Gossamer Gear of the two. Pretty spacious. Hasn't rained on me yet while I'm in it. I hear from reviews that what happens is the roof kind of sags a little bit because the fabric wets out when it gets heavy. So you got to get out and tighten it. But that's the only downside I've heard so far. So, but yeah, I haven't even had it in the rain yet. So pretty much brand new tent. Can't even really share experience with it yet. But yeah, I'm tired. I can't even think straight. So I'll catch you guys in the morning. Hopefully I'll get a good night's sleep. So peace. Good morning. Just kind of getting up. It's a little bit before 9. I had an interesting night last night. First thing before I went to bed, I heard something sniffing around the tent. I got pretty close and I heard it go. I got out and I was like thinking, oh great, what's this? And it turns out it was I think it was a big deer with some nice antlers, and he was just making like a full 360 around the tent. And I almost got him on video, but he was a really big deer. And he was just checking out the campsite. And that was it for the rest of the critters for the rest of the night, so that's good. But yeah, rest of the night, my knees started hurting. And yeah, I normally don't really get knee pain when I'm hiking. I mean, I have in the past, but not recently, so that kind of sucks. So yeah, I'm kind of questioning what I should do today. So I'm trying to make up my mind now as far as I might stay here for the rest of the day and just rest it and then hike 10 miles out, or continue with my plans and it'd be like 8 miles today and then and I think like 6 the next. So it really sucks. Injuries, getting old sucks, and I'm not as light as I was the year before, so like, you know, just the really overuse injuries just seem a lot easier to get when you weigh a little bit more, so, which stinks. But yeah, so I'm gonna finish breakfast here, having some coffee, and I'll make up my mind. So all right, back out at the trail sign from the shelter. So we came from this way, and now we're gonna go down this trail, which is the, doesn't say it this way, but yeah, we go this way. All right, another sign here. So basically up here to the right, uphill, is Canada Fork Trail. I don't know, but basically you go up this way and it will take you to Klingman's Dome. So you're going up and I believe north. So what we're doing is we're gonna continue down the Suncotoa Ridge Trail. Hope I said that right, to the left here. So you should be pretty much going straight downhill at this point. So, which is good because I went uphill after getting water and I was just like cooked. I was just like so tired from that. So hopefully my knee doesn't hurt too much going down this, but I guess I don't really have an option. So here we go. As you can see, I just saw more wild boar, which is amazing. You know, like I said, I've never seen them before, so I just saw like another 3 or 4. I heard them first rooting in the ground for food. I looked off to the left, off the side of the trail, and I saw them, and they were a lot smaller than the other one. The other one was probably 2 or 3 times bigger than those. Those kind of looked like, I'm guessing maybe juveniles. But yeah, they didn't even know I was there, and I just kept completely quiet. And you can see the footage. You can't see much, but I know you can see the tail swinging and some black fur. But I was hoping they would come a little closer so I could get a better shot, but they ended up just kind of turning around. And I don't think they knew I was there, because if they did, they would have not been there at all. They're very cautious. So yeah, another awesome sighting. I've seen like 3 big wild animal sightings so far this trip. So I'm gonna kind of keep quiet and head down the trail and see if maybe I can run into something else and catch it before it sees me again and capture it from a distance. So. Looks like someone had themselves a skunk meal, maybe? That looks like skunk. There's some bone. Nasty, but also frightening, but also interesting. That really looks like a skunk to me. Black and white. I'm gonna step over that. This is probably the most view of a mountain I've got on this whole trip, is through these trees. So beautiful. The beauty is around us, although we cannot see it. Oh no, the trail. It looks like it's pretty dang wet. Oh, maybe not too long. I think this is called trail washout, when the trail becomes a stream. Well, at least there's plenty of water down here, I bet. So, but man, my feet have been wet the last 30 hours. I would certainly like them to be dry tonight and tomorrow. That wasn't so bad. I thought I found something cool. Oh, I did find something cool. Look! I believe these are reishi mushrooms. Yeah! Ganoderma... Ganoderma something. There's a few species, like the golden reishi, and there's like a cypress reishi. I think this might be the... I think it's called the cypress reishi. Because it grows on cypress trees. God, is it cypress? God, I don't know. There's one that grows on coniferous trees, and I think this might be it. So, big mushrooms. Medicinal properties. Not edible, but medicinal. Pretty interesting. You know, some people would take that, chop it up, dehydrate it, and powder it, and take that with their meals or whatnot. So, always cool to see a good example of this in the wild. Another mushroom find. Ah! Chicken in the woods! That's one of the best to eat mushrooms there is. So I hear. I've never tried it, but apparently it tastes like chicken. Man, I'm tempted to go down there and get it, but I don't want to slip and hurt myself. But yeah, there it is. Awesome. Yeah, I've been hoping, I was thinking I would see a patch of this out here. I think I saw a patch earlier that was dead, or like all, you know, bleached out, but yeah, there's like a fresh patch, so you can take that and, you know, once you correctly, you're 100% sure what you're eating, take it and cook it up. So one thing about mushrooms, what's interesting is, you know, they're actually a lot more like animals than plants. I believe they're made of chitin, which is what lobster shells are made out of. So that means that actually there's no mushrooms that you can eat raw. And you're probably saying, Max, they put button mushrooms on my salad all the time raw. Well, guess what? You don't even digest them. They're not toxic when they're not cooked, but they're getting passed out. That just coming out the other end. So yeah, all mushrooms, you gotta cook them. You gotta break that chitin down. And so what you do, yeah, just the probably best way to cook mushrooms is fry them up in some oil. Some butter is great. And another cool trick I learned recently about cooking mushrooms is if they have a lot of moisture in them, sometimes frying them in oil, it will clog the pores. They're like a sponge, right? They have a lot of moisture want to come out. And it'll keep it from dehydrating while you cook it, or from the water coming out. It'll stay too like bloated. So this might seem counterintuitive, but actually what you do is when you're first cooking the mushrooms, you saute them in a little bit of water until they're mostly shrunk. And that way they're cooking, the cells are shrinking and they're forcing the water out. And then as soon as that evaporates, you throw in your cooking butter, cooking oil, and you finish them off in some butter and salt. And yeah, and so, okay, another thing about cooking the mushrooms, it's very hard to overcook. The general rule is overcook them versus undercook them. They're very tolerant of plenty of cooking time. So yeah, you cook them until they're all the way, they've shrunk for the most part. And there you go. Assuming you identified it right and you cooked them right, you have like a delicious, free gourmet choice edible there, if you can even see it now. The chicken of the woods. So, Max information 941. Okay, this is what that little sign said was campsite 46. So let's go up this trail. No horses. All right. Ooh, 2 liters of water is heavy. When you think about it. Okay, so there's a bear hang, but here's just the general site is here, and there's like an identical one over there, which is actually worse. But man, look how sloped this ground is. First thing I don't get is like they put the bear hangs in camp. I don't know. It seems like these are too close. Those bear hangs are too close for sleeping on any of these sites, but here's the nicest one this can offer or here's the nicest site down here is right here, and just see how sloped it is. I mean, I'm not sure if you can get it on the camera, but yeah, you're gonna have a bad night's sleep unless you can like really shim yourself up. I mean, it's super tilted. I mean, yeah, so none of these I would say are good. I almost thought about putting the tent there and then shimming myself up, and that, you know, that'd work in a pinch. But there's one up here that's like maybe 2% better, and it's even more private and farther away from the bear hang. So I think this is where I'll sleep, is up here at this one. Yeah, and you can see it's pretty scarce. Not a big site, and yeah, you can see here like where that sand is. We lay like one 3x6 rectangle where my air mattress will go, and then I'll, kind of right there, I'll also put my raincoat in my backpack to kind of shim it up and keep me from rolling. But yeah, at this point I'm committed to it, so I'm going to give it a shot. So let's put that tent up and see how flat I can get that sleeping pad. All right, that's the tent all set up. Oh, I forgot to do these little end pieces to give you a little more headroom, keep your head and feet off the walls, which get condensation because it's a single wall tent. By the way, what a single wall tent means is that, just like the name implies, there's only one wall. So most tents you'd find in like a sporting goods store, they're double wall. So like basically you have a tent body, which would be this piece, typically like all mesh. And then you'd have the rain fly, which would be like another piece that goes on top. And there's a lot of advantage to that, and a lot of people's first tents are that. And same with me, I've had mostly double wall tents, and there's advantages like better ventilation, because you kind of have like a gap between the mesh and the rain fly, and they're generally freestanding, so you don't need to use like trekking poles like this. So it's a trekking pole tent. So I'm actually hiking with these, but they're also part of my shelter. So then let's go on to the pros of the single wall shelter. Is they're simpler, you know, like this is one piece, so like it makes it lighter, you know, because now the rain fly is the roof, and you know, it cuts weight. But downside is also now you have this area for the condensation, and so sometimes in the right circumstance you can get so much condensation that the feet of your sleeping bag will get wet because it rubs on the wall after you breathing all night. You know, people don't realize that you exhale a lot of water throughout the night, and this large surface area gets cold on the outside or on the inside, and the hot air, moist air condenses on it, and it can actually rain in your tent under some circumstances. So that's obviously a pretty big downside, but you know, weight, it's all about cutting that weight. So, oh yeah, and so, like I said, this uses my trekking poles. So it's another way it saves weight is this tent has no poles, other than, you know, you're using trekking poles by default like I do. You don't need poles because you got them. So cuts weight. So anyway, about shimming this air mattress, as you can see, you know, it looks pretty flat, and it probably is. It's probably not as bad as I said, but let's just say it was more slanted, which once I get on it, I'll realize it probably is kind of slanted. But you can just take little things. This is super easy, but you know, you just want to shim up the sides, so you could put it on under there like that. And here's like a raincoat that I'm not using. And like tonight, I'll just take this, and wish I had a wider angle lens, but you just kind of stick it under there even, and your body weight will kind of smush it into place and give you a more level place to sleep, which makes a really big difference. But yeah, that's what I was talking about, leveling your sleeping pad just like that. So hopefully that will feel better. Pad thai. Oh yeah, I want to show you this bear hang, this food storage system they have in the Smokies. And so to everybody watching who has not hiked out before, doesn't know what a bear hang is, bear cables, well, this is it. So basically, you see up in the tree, there's the cables, and I'll bring you closer. Okay. So what you do is bring this down. It's on like a pulley. You have a clip here, and then you can clip your food bag. And generally you just want to do your food bag, you don't want to do your backpack. Last night, I mean, I guess you could if no one was there, but last night it just kind of hogged space. There was a group of 3 guys, and they like hung all their backpacks from 3 lines, and when I went to go hang my food, I had to like lower their stuff down. It was all janky. I had to make sure it didn't fall off. I had to reattach it, and I had to do it right. And also then I had to hoist like, you know, their 50-pound freaking backpack up this pulley, which you don't really have a lot of leverage. So yeah, you just put your food back like that. So then what you do is you just grab one of these handle here things here, and you pull. Sorry, this is a little awkward holding the camera and showing you, but yeah, you see the food bag going up, and you come to these hooks here. Sorry, it's very shaky. Okay, so you got your hooks, and you come to the tree, and they should fit just like this. If the cable doesn't seem to be long enough, that means you're probably hooking it to the wrong tree, and there's always 2 trees because, you know, it's strung between 2 trees, so you're on the wrong side. So yeah, now you look back, and your food is safely, you know, 15, 20 feet off the ground. And it even has like little squirrel stoppers, so your food's pretty safe up there. It's definitely safe from bears. I have seen red squirrels climb that over that thing before, but you know, I think what we're really concerned about here is the bears thing. So yeah, that's your cable bear hang in the Smokies, and pretty much every single site has this or bear boxes. And what a day! So today I went from site 52, Newton Bald, 8 miles, kind of like this, and then down to the center of the oval to site 46 where I'm at now. So yeah, I lost like probably 2,500 feet today, and I honestly didn't really go that fast. You know, my knee was hurting, and you know, I didn't take any painkillers, any NSAIDs, any Tylenol, so I just wanted to kind of like try listening to my body, which in the past, you know, I've kind of not done that. I've kind of just like taken a leave the whole time chronically and just like push it to the max. And then after I pay the price, and I'm all messed up for like 2 weeks afterwards. So yeah, it went well. I definitely had pain, but I think the good thing is since I didn't do that is I don't think I'm any worse off than I was yesterday. Because when I woke up this morning, I was really questioning if I should just walk out because my knee was just hurting me all night, you know, bent or extended like that. And I was like, shit, you know, another chronic injury. So I think babying it, you know, it's not gotten better, but it probably hasn't gotten any worse, hopefully. And yeah, it's allowed me to kind of like complete my 25-mile trip. So yeah, tomorrow morning, got to get up. And unfortunately, I got a hell of a climb out of here. You know, I got to put on over 1,000 feet, probably closer to 1,500, to get back out of this gap, right back onto the trail where I was, over a course of about 1.5 miles. And then I think I have another, let's see, probably another 7 to 8 miles from there back down to the car. So tomorrow is going to be probably a day like today, but I'm going to try to get out of the camp earlier tomorrow, because I also have a 3-hour drive home, and I got to be somewhere on Friday, and today is Wednesday. There's a deer just like right next to my tent. I just have my cell phone near me, but this is like odd. Like this thing is like it's not afraid of me enough. It's actually annoying. I don't really like it this close to my tent. I'm just trying to go to sleep, and this thing's here. Like, honestly, I think I peed over there, and I think it likes the salt, which is gross. But maybe I shouldn't. I guess maybe I shouldn't pee close to my tent then. Interesting. I didn't. Never thought of that. I guess it really wants salt. Good morning. Welcome to day 3. Oh man. Yeah, I feel pretty beat up, but I slept okay, I guess. Better than other nights, and definitely still on a slope and not completely flat, but I was able to kind of crawl on my side and face uphill and stay put. So it's like 9:40 now, so I'm gonna get up and try to get out of here. I think about a 7-mile hike or so. I found another route on the way out, one that will
be about the same distance, but it prevents me from having to like climb back up onto the ridgeline. So I think I'm going to do that and be by the creek flowing down. I think it'll be probably even prettier than the ridgeline. So I'm thinking I'm going to take that route, and that'll be kind of best of both worlds. I get to see something new, it's pretty, and also a little easier than going so steep and then having to then lose it again, especially on my knee. So anyway, I'm going to get ready and probably skip breakfast and just eat on the trail and try to get out of here. So.
Okay, so 10:30, back on the trail. So like I said, we're gonna do a route that's kind of near the creek, so I don't have to go up and on the ridgeline and then come back down. It'll be easier on my knees and stuff. So yeah, there should be a lot of cool water shots, I'm assuming, coming this way. So we're actually kind of like going like we're going to Site 51, but then we'll take another turn and we'll continue south from there. So overall, I'm feeling pretty good. I had a good night's sleep, all things considered. And to my knowledge, no animals came and visited me, so nothing got me up, which is nice. It was really peaceful by that creek, and you could just hear the water running all night, and just kind of like good background noise. And nothing hurts at the moment, so I'm sure that will change because we still have a good amount of distance, probably 7-8 miles, but yeah, I'm not more injured than yesterday, so that's good. So I'm gonna get to it. Wow, lots of creek crossings, nice bridges. It looks like it's turning back into a road, which I'm not too mad about. It's certainly nice to walk on, nice and flat. Holy crap, I just saw a second bear. He was right on the side of the trail, just kind of like over to the left there, basically. And he was a lot bigger than the first one. I think I also got closer, and he heard me first. Same thing happened as last time, is, you know, they realize I'm there before they do. Or they realize I'm there before I do. And I never am able to really get a good look at them, and they just take off running. And yeah, they ran up the hill up the left there. So, wow. What is up here? So we're going down this, back down the parking lot, but there's this little trail I even see on Alltrails that goes up here like 1/10 of a mile. It says no horses. I wonder if it's overlook. So I feel good enough. I think I'm gonna walk up here and just see what the deal is. It doesn't look like it's long. It is steep uphill, but let's give it a shot. Ooh, pretty steep, but it looks like we're at the top of it. Only about 2 minutes later. Let's see, what is this? Oh my gosh, it's a cemetery. Wow. I don't think this is marked. Let's pay a visit. Wow. So actually I just checked, it is marked. I just had to zoom in a lot. This is the Laney Cemetery. Maybe I'll get some more details after I come back, or after I edit. always like looking at old cemeteries and seeing who's here and what I can learn about them, because I feel like a lot of times you'll find a very interesting person that has something to do with the region you're in. So a lot of these are just like pieces of shale or rock with no engraving. Wow, so this must be pretty darn old, I'm guessing. Someone put all these fake plastic flowers. I'm not sure if I have an opinion on that or not. Wow. Yeah, these must be pretty dang old. Hey guys, so I'm actually going to give my outro a little bit before the parking lot because the people are really picking up and the parking lot is just like a zoo. So anyway, yeah, I had an awesome trip. It was really good. It was both challenging but also really rewarding. I think my favorite part was seeing all the wildlife. Like I saw 2 bears, I saw 3 different deer, and then I saw like, I guess 4 or 5 different wild boar. And like I said, that was the first time I've ever seen a wild boar. It's been over 2 years since I've seen a bear, and I got to see 2 of them. And then I had a deer like come right up to my tent, which is crazy. And I feel like, honestly, the Smokies is like the only place that's ever happened to me. There's just like so much nature crammed in here. And honestly, I think living in North Carolina, Smokies is my #1 spot for most rewarding place to come hike. You know, there's a reason why it's like the most popular park in the world. And you'd think it'd be super busy, and guess what, it is. But that's really only up at like Clingman's Dome and like Newfound Gap and certain places, especially where cars can get. And I think the trick is, if you want a similar experiences, come do like trails, go on Alltrails and find all the other trails that are not the AT, that are not right off a road. And there's like over 800 miles of trail, including 100 is the AT. So there's just so much, so many hidden gems that are in the Smokies. And as soon as I can get back out here again, I want to plan another longer trip, maybe do like 3 or 4 nights. But yeah, so I'm going to cut to me. Well, I'm not going to cut, but so anyways, I'm super hungry and I smell bad and I'm ready to go. So thanks for watching another one of my videos. So take care, and I'll see you next time.